The final option that we have here is auto update and the update guides button. And these two options here are more or less a one or the other sort of thing. With auto update, it's more or less going to be like with auto update, it's going to be like pressing update guides every time you make a major change to any of the settings in your hair object. So we'll just fold that up and we'll take a look at where it is going to make differences. So I'm going to uncheck auto update. And then in the map type, let's set this to new, which means it's going to generate new guides whenever we actually update this. So it's currently set to polygon area. If we switch this to polygon, we would usually see a change. But with auto update turned off, we don't see anything until we click on update guides. Again, if we go from polygon to polygon area, no change until we click on update guides, and then we get the change. With auto update on, as soon as we make the change here, we're going to get the results. So working with this checkbox is really handy, especially when you have to do things that are fairly processor intensive. If we turn off auto update, go back to the growth tab and choose something like the minimum spacing parameter, and we can say adjust this to a smaller value. Now, this one had the option in the Advanced tab here to redistribute loops, and this was how many times it was going to cycle through the calculation to figure out the proper minimum spacing. And you could set this to a fairly high value. If we had automatic update still turned on, this value would regenerate the hairs every single time we changed the value. Now we have the option to type in a value and we don't have to wait for anything because it's not going to be executed until we go back to the Guides tab and click on Update Guides. At that point, it then goes through the calculation to redistribute these guides so that we have a decent minimum spacing.